Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we're going to learn on how to create a web page using Microsoft Expression. And today you're going to do past year paper from June 2018, paper 32. Okay, so in your pen drive there should be the file called June. So for example here, sorry, let's say for example this one in your pen drive there should be the file called uh, 2018 June paper 32. And as usual, before you start doing your work, please make sure to create one folder with your name and your any candidate number. Let's say for example this is your folder, and then after that you're going to copy the file from source file. Usually in your pen drive it is a zip file. You click this and then you just open the source file here. Okay, after that you copy the whole thing. It's either be you click Ctrl A. When you click Ctrl A it will select all, or you just drag, and then after that you click your mouse, do not release, and then you drag into your pen drive, into your folder. Okay, and then next one we're going to start with the question. For the first one, task 1, they ask you to open the file called JERIN32 evidence and make sure your name, this is what I need to emphasize, it must be your full name including your father's name. Candidate number is our candidate number is BN113, and center number, and candidate number is any 4 digits number for now, since you don't have any index number for the time being. Okay, and your detail must be in the header of your evidence document. So you open your evidence document. After you open your evidence document, and then after that you click insert, and then after that you choose header, and then you click this one, the first one, and then you type in your full name including your father's name, and then center number BN113 and any 4 digits number, and then after that you click close, and then when you look at the instruction here, this one you've done already. Okay, and then after that okay, the next one, this is you've done. Okay, and now save this as a word process document in your work area called JERIN32 evidence with your index number. Okay, so here you go back to your evidence document, and then you click file, you click save as, and then make sure it must be inside your own folder, the one with your name. And in this one, always change to the first option. For this case it is Word document, and then you add your index number at the end, and then after that you click save, and then you're going to use this later. The next one, the next question, you're going to start okay, you work for Hot House Design and will develop web pages for the Colorado Cabin Company. And many of the people who will view the web page have a very slow internet connection. So efficient markup must be used. So meaning to say that you cannot use a big file size of your picture, for example, because the internet connection is very slow. So before you start, you're going to create a folder called ccc underscore html. So you go back to your own folder, and here you create the new folder. You right click your mouse, and then you click new, and then you click folder, and then you type in ccc, it must be in capital letter, and then underscore html. Okay, you must follow exactly the same. And then the next one, they ask you to store in your CCC folder all these 4 files. Okay, so what you're going to do, here they ask you to store J1832 cabin, and then you click control. After that you click logo. Do not release your control button on the keyboard, yeah, because you're going to select. And then after that J1832SS, and then the next one is J1832 text, which is this one. And then after that you copy. It's either be you click Control C, or you right click your mouse and then you click copy. Okay, where is the copy? Okay, and then after that you go to your folder, CCC underscore HTML, and then you click Control V. Okay, or you right click your mouse, and then after that you choose paste. They are just the same. So please make sure all the four file must be inside your CCC underscore HTML. And now we're going to start. When you're going to start, are you going to use Microsoft Expression? It's either be you search. Please remember, class, when you are to search, you can just type in Microsoft Expression, and then there are 2 types. This one and super view, the one with super view. The one that you're going to use is this one. Don't get confused. Okay, then you click this, and as usual, as I mentioned to you from the previous class, that the default window which is already open is HTML file. Okay, let's say for example you are not confident with the file, you can always just click file and then you click new, and then you can choose. And in the question they ask you to create a web page called ccc.html. And I did mention to you that web page is HTML file. So you're going to create a new HTML file which is called ccc.html. So here, let's say for example, when you are to create a new file, you click new, and then you choose HTML for the web page. CSS is for the style sheet. And then you click file. Before you do anything, you click save as. Okay, and always remember, when you do your work, it must be in the file called ccc underscore html, and then this one you change to HTML file. And then in the question they ask you to create the web page called ccc.html. So you type in here ccc.html, and then after that you click save. Next, they ask you to insert a table as shown below. So when you look here, when you want to identify how many columns and how many rows, you look at the maximum number. For example, here this is 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows, and 4 rows. Okay, so meaning you're going to insert 4 rows with two columns. Okay, because the maximum number of column here is 2. So you go back to your Microsoft Expression, and then you click table, you click insert table, and then here row, number of rows are 4 and columns are 2. Okay, and then after that click OK. After you click OK, and then you proceed with the next question, they ask you to resize. Remember, this is stand for width and this is stand for height. Always the dimension is going to be width by height. So the first one, 580 by 577. So the first, before you resize, okay, you look at the pattern here. When you look here, this is one cell and there are two cells here, meaning to say that you are supposed to merge the cell at the side, the two cells. So here, this is the table that you create, and then you merge, you highlight the first two table, okay, only that, and then you right click your mouse, you highlight, and then you right click your mouse, and then you click modify, you choose merge. And then the next one, this one, there is only one cell, but it merged the two columns as well as this one. So yeah, you highlight the two cell, and then you right click your mouse, you click modify, you click merge cell, and then followed by the next one, you do the same thing. Okay, so this is supposed to be a table. Now you're going to resize. When you have to resize, remember you need to do one by one because there are no common cell size. Okay, common means the same. So here 580 by 577. The first cell, you right click your mouse, remember to click inside the cell, and then you right click your mouse, and then after that you choose cell properties. Remember this, don't get confused. Table means the whole thing, the whole table. Cell properties means one by one. Okay, and then specify width and specify height. Make sure it must be in pixel as well as pixel, and then 580 by 577. After that you click OK. The next one is 320 by 445. So you right click your mouse, and then cell properties, you click specify width and specify height, 320 by 445. After that you click OK. And then the next one is cell C, 320 by 132. So this is the one. You right click your mouse, click table property, cell properties, and then you highlight. Then after that you type in the width as well as the height. So that you click OK. The next one is this one, 900 by 200. So this is done. 900 by 200. You're going to resize this cell. You do the same thing. Okay, 900 by 200. Okay, okay. And then the next one is, this is done. And then the next one is this one, 900 by 80. Right click your mouse, cell properties, and then specify width and specify height, 900 by 80. After that you click OK. Okay, now this is done. After that we proceed to the next question. Each table is identified with letter. You know already that if the question asking you to insert anything in cell A, meaning this is cell A. So table border must not be appear on the final web page. So meaning there will be no line in your table. Okay, and then the next one, place in cell A the image JN32 cabin. So this is your cell A. They ask you to insert the image called JN32 cabin. So you go to cell A, which is this one. Make sure your cursor is here inside the cell A, and then after that you click insert, you click picture, you click from file, and then make sure it must be inside the folder called CCC underscore HTML. If you cannot find it, try to find from the internet, which is actually from the earliest question. They ask you to create the file. And then after that, you choose cabin, you click insert. When you click insert and then the alternate text, you can choose anything which is related. For me, I prefer to use just the name of the file. For this case, the name of the file is cabin. After that, you click OK, and then this is the one. And then next, resize this cell in the markup so that it is 570 pixel wide and maintaining the aspect ratio. Remember, that is very important. So here, you right click the picture, make sure it must be the picture, and then you choose picture properties. After that, in the appearance tab, choose this one, and then since the question mentioned about maintaining the aspect ratio, make sure it must be thick. Okay, it must be thick. And then after that, the next question, they ask you to change the width to 570 pixel. So this is the width. You only need to change this. Do not change the height. 570. So when you change here, it will reflect to the height. That's why you need to, at the beginning, make sure to tick the keep aspect ratio. Okay, if the question asks you to maintain the aspect ratio. After that, you click OK. After you click OK, then it changed. You can actually check from the code. When you look at the code, the file is already there. Source, this is actually the code. Okay, the width, it is already changed to 570. And next, place in cell B the image called JErin32 logo.png. So this is cell B, and then you click insert. Make sure your cursor is actually in cell B. You click insert, and then you choose picture from file, and then make sure it must be in the same folder, and then you choose JErin32 logo. You click insert, and this one you just type in logo. You click insert, and then in the next question, resize so that the image is actually 316 pixel wide by 440 height. So meaning, when you look at the previous question, they ask you to maintain. When the question asks you to maintain, they will only give you one size, either wide or height. Okay, but for this case, they give you two. 316 pixel wide by 440 pixel high. So meaning to say that when you are to resize, okay, you right click your mouse, you right click your mouse, and then you choose picture properties. Make sure you right click the picture itself, okay, and then after that choose picture properties, you choose appearance. This one, since the question give you two numbers, make sure to untick this, untick keep aspect ratio, and then after that you change, make sure it is in pixel, as well as this one. The wide is 316 and the height is 440. After that you click OK. Okay, so when you check at the code, it must be 440 by 316, and then the alternate text is logo. And then you go back to the design, and then after that, make sure appropriate text is displayed if an image is not available. So here, when you want to check, at the beginning just now, I asked you to actually type in the alternate text. So that is actually what it means. Or if you want to check, let's say for example you're not sure whether you actually insert the appropriate text or not, you can click the picture itself and then you click the code and then you check there. When you click the code, this is actually alternate text. ALT equal, so at the beginning you type in logo, okay, and then for the cabin this is alternate text, okay. And then next, so this is done, and place in cell C the text Colorado Cabin Company. So here in cell C, this is actually cell C. When you refer back, check back, yes, it is actually there. So in cell C, here you type in Colorado Cabin Company, and then next one, set this text to H1. Okay, so set this text to H1. You go back and then you highlight this text and then you choose H1 heading 1. Okay, and the next question, place in Saudi the text from file jerin32text.txt. So you go to your folder and then you open the file called jerin32text. So jerin32text, you open this and then you click Control A. Control A is to select all, and then you click Control C, okay, is to copy, and then you go to your Microsoft Expression in cell D, you paste it, Control V, okay, and then next, set all the text to H2. So here, all the text, meaning this one, you highlight all and then set to H2, okay. The next one, this one close, and then the next one is place in cell B the text called, they ask you to insert this text website prepared for hot house design by, followed by your name, remember must be your full name, center number, for our center number is VN113, and candidate number for now is you choose any 4 digits number. So here in cell E, which is the last cell, you type in website prepared by house design by, and then your candidate center number BN113 and your candidate number is 1234. And then the next one is set this text as H3. So you highlight this and then after that you change this to H3. Okay, the next one, center align the table in the browser. So before you center align, please check what is actually the total width of your table. For this case, the total width of your table is 900 because this is the largest one, and then this is actually the largest column, 900. Okay, if you compare to 580 and 320. So here you're going to set the table aligned to the center. So you highlight the table, okay, you highlight the whole thing. If you are to highlight, you can actually make sure the cursor is changed to plus, okay, and then it will select all the table, and then you right click your mouse and then you choose table properties. Here specify width, you change to pixel, just like what I mentioned to you just now, the maximum column size is 900. So you change this to 900 because that is the total size. And then after that, alignment you change to center. And then you click OK. And then the next one. This is done. Set the default target window so that the new patch open in the current window. Current means they will not open to the new window. Instead, it is in the same window. Set target window. Okay, so here it means that you need to set the default target window, meaning you need to set the patch properties, the whole thing. Okay, when you have to set the patch properties, make sure your cursor is outside from the window, outside from the table, and then you right click your mouse, you choose patch properties. Okay, when you choose patch properties, after that they ask you to set the default target window so that new window open in the current window. So default target frame, you click this button. Okay, it must be in the same because it mentioned a current window, same window. And then after that, since the question doesn't require you to change anything in the target setting, so you choose same frame, and then after that you click OK. Then you click OK. So when you look at the code, this is actually the code for you to set the patch properties. Base target is you set to self equal to underscore equal to self. And then the next one, make sure that sorry, this is done. The next one, make only the text hothouse design a hyperlink. Okay, hyperlink to a web page. This is actually the name of the web page and should be open in new window called underscore new. So only this text. Okay, hothouse design. So you go back to your design, and then hothouse design is this one. Okay, and then you highlight only hothouse design, and then you right click your mouse, you choose hyperlink. And then when you look there, the question is actually asking you to proceed. Once you click the hothouse, they will navigate you to this website. So you click existing file or web page. Okay, and then after that you type in the website. And then the next one is they ask you to open in new window called underscore new. So here you click target frame, new window, and then this one you type in underscore new. And then after you click OK, and then you click OK. And then when you look at the code, it's supposed to be this is the hyperlink and this is your target frame. Okay, and then the next one, make the image of the cabin a hyperlink to send an email to CC. So this is actually the email with a subject line information request. So here the image, cabin image is this one. Okay, so you select and then you right click your mouse, you choose hyperlink. Make sure you select the picture. Okay, it must be the correct picture. And then you right click your mouse, you choose hyperlink. Okay, and then in the question they ask you to, once you click the image, they will send you the email to this particular account. So you go after you click hyperlink, then this will be appear, and then you click email address. Okay, you click email address, and then after that you type in this one. You type in this is automatic, it will automatically appear once you type in. Okay, mail to, so you just have to ignore. And then the subject, Subject line is this one, information request. So today type in information request, and then after that everything is done, and then you click OK. So when you look at the code, check back. Okay, this is the cabin, this is cabin image, and then the hyperlink is href, and this is actually the information that you insert just now. And then next, attach the style sheet J1832SS to the web page. Now when you are to attach the file, you click this attach style sheet. At the side, you can see at the side, and then after that you browse for your style sheet. Remember, the style sheet must be from the same folder. I need to emphasize this again and again, yeah. And then after that you click open, after that you click OK. When you click OK, then this is supposed to be the style. And then next, this is done, and then after that you save. Always save your work. Okay, now we're going to do the evidence. When you're to do the evidence, display the web page in your browser. If necessary, sort that, resize it so that all the text can be seen, all text can be easily read, and this is important, address bar is visible, and tag a single. Just a single means one screenshot. So here, after you save, then you click file, and then you choose preview in browser, you choose Chrome. Okay, and then supposed to be, let's say for example your file, your website is too big that you are not able to screenshot it using a single screenshot, so you need to resize. Remember, it's either be you click control, do not release, control on the keyboard, and then you scroll your mouse so that everything must be appear. Or if you don't have a mouse, let's say for example if you are using the laptop, you can click these three buttons, and then you see there is actually a zoom there. Okay, you can use that as well. That is another way. And then make sure when you are to screenshot, everything must be included. Supposed to be the last is this one, and there is no border in your table, so it is wrong. Sorry, it is correct. So you screenshot this whole thing from the top. Remember, from the top to the bottom. Okay, or the whole thing, and then you go to your evidence one, and then after that you paste it. You can actually resize it so that it is clear. Okay, can make it large, and then remember the name of the file address bar must be shown clearly, and all the information must be inside your single screenshot. Okay, and when you look here, I'm actually screenshot from the top to the bottom. And then the next one, this one is done, evidence one is done. Next, evidence 2, take a copy of the HTML source, very important, HTML source, and place this in your evidence document. So here you go back to your screenshot, you go back to your Microsoft Expression, and then make sure you open ccc.html. Make sure you open this because this is HTML code, and then you choose code tab at the bottom. You can see at the bottom, you click that. This is actually the HTML code. Okay, so you click Control A, control do not release, and then you click A. Or if you don't know, you can actually start from line 1. Make sure it must be line 1. Sometimes the students that tends to ignore the line number here, where you just copy from here to here, which is wrong. So it must be from line number 1 to the last line, which is supposed to be line number 62. Or if you want to include 63, it is okay. And then after you copy, you right click your you click control, and then you click C, or you right click your mouse, you click copy, and then you go to evidence 2. Okay, the next line, and then you paste it. The whole thing must be there from the top to the bottom. Sorry, yeah. Okay, the next one. After that, sorry, this is done. Okay, now question number 13. Open the style sheet JN32 CSS and then examine its content. In this style sheet, the style H1 is defined as Times New Roman and serif. So here you go back to your Microsoft Expression and then you click open, file, open, and then after that in the same folder you open JN32SS, and now you need to examine. When you want to examine, this is actually a style sheet. Body is the background color is supposed to be this one, which is like orange yellowish, and then the text aligned for H3 is left, and then H2 the text alignment is justify, and H1 the text alignment is supposed to be center. So H2, this is H2, you actually set the H2, it is supposed to be justify, and then this one you set to H1, it is supposed to be center. And then the font color, there are three options. The first one, the computer is going to find the font times. If it is not available inside your computer, then they will look for Times New Roman. When you look here at the Times New Roman, there are actually double quote at the side. Double quote means it is a single string. Single string means this whole thing means the name of one font, because if you do not give the double quote, meaning to say that they will look for the word times. Okay, that's why if it is multiple text only for one font, you must make sure to type in double quote. But usually when you are to modify, when you type in Times New Roman, automatically the computer, the Microsoft Expression will insert for you the double quote. You don't have to worry. So they will look first the times followed by this font, and if it is not found, and they will use the default font which is serif. Okay, so now when you look at the question there, type in your answer. Using this example, explain in your own word how the browser interprets this font and why one value in the font family definition has speech mark, just like what I mentioned to you just now. Double quote means speech mark. Speech mark, if the speech marks is actually appear, meaning it is a single string. So you type in your answer in evidence tree. You go to your evidence tree and then you type in your answer. For example, here, browser searches through available fonts for the font times, and if found, it is displayed. If the font times is not available, browser searches for the Times New Roman, and then if neither is available, meaning if both is not available, browser uses its predefined or default generic serif font. And speech mark, just like what I mentioned to you about the double quote marks, are round times new Roman to define it as a single torso. It does not search for times. Okay, so that is all. You save your evidence as usual, and then after that, this one, make sure you save your web page. Okay, and then that is all from me. Okay, thank you very much.